Welcome to this after tournament battle report. I had a super week. I had a really good, super awesome weekend last weekend down in Bournemouth at Beachhead. This was I believe, 126 man event. Super damn cool, really fun, good terrain, good battle mats, and really awesome people at the event. Down in Bournemouth, it was an expo, so the event itself was not just holding Warhammer 40k, but it was also holding Titanicus, it was holding Blood Bowl, Age of Sigmar. There was even a massive great battle. It was absolutely a massive great Warhounds that size models on the battlefield, playing massive great version of Titanicus. It was so damn cool. By the way, I have played one of those and it was really damn cool and fun to play. But with the new Titanicus, it makes that game even more fun. In another part of the actual expo itself, we had a lot of cosplay going on. And now this was super cool. One part, as you come out of the main hall, you had a massive Stranger Things, which was really cool. Sofa, lights, letters, damn cool. But my favourite part, well, it's two, actually I say my favourite part, there's two bits in there I thought was really super cool. One was they had Iron Man, the Iron Man suit, the torso, hung up on the thing. I thought, damn, that is so damn cool. I absolutely, of all the Marvel characters, Tony Stark is probably the best character out of the lot, and one that will be surely missed until they decide to bring him back. Robert Downey Jr., if you're watching this, please sign back up. Retake up your role as Iron Man, because you were absolutely a legend, and we love you, and we would love to see you back in the MCU. Anyway, next bit was a Star Wars themed part. Me and Ace absolutely had a wall of fun. We got to meet an Ewok, we got to meet some stormtroopers, we got arrested, we got to meet a stall trader, which was all, you know, with all of them were in the spirit of Star Wars. It was so cool. It was so fun. We had a lot of laughs and jokes with these guys. They didn't take it too serious. This poor little lass in this Ewok suit. And when I was standing up next to her, you could hear the fans whirring inside this suit, where she was like going overtime. Like, wow, you must be hot in there. He's like, yeah, I'm suffering. But bless her, she actually spent the whole day in that suit to play character. It was so cool. So one of the good things about these big events is you get to meet old friends, people you haven't seen for a while, people that have got a very like-minded to yourself, all in it for the same thing, and that is the damn hobby. And of course, over this weekend, I got to meet up with Tristan again, an old buddy of mine that we used to go to Gibraltar with, another avid Space Marine, Chaos Space Marine player, Space Wolves player. He's got a beautiful Abaddon. I also got Toby was down there as well. If you haven't met Toby, damn, he's got some really nice painted armies. He used to have a beautifully painted Orcs until he sold it like an idiot. He's got a beautifully painted Custodes, and at the moment he's rocking some crazy ass lists with Eldari. So this weekend I had that tough decision to make. Do I want to go to try win this event, or do I want to go and try to have fun? If you know me, I go for the rule of cool over the rule of whack. And this weekend, I think I had that. I had success. I had a really good time, really good fun. The event was well run. The train was beautiful. I say the mats were nice. Playing on every board felt like it was a different board. It wasn't feeling like it wasn't all the same. That's what I'm trying to get at. So it was beautifully presented, and I love the facts on that. In my list, as I said, I went with World Eaters. This was a great opportunity to see my beloved World Eaters out the best way I possibly could. With the old codex going, with the new codex inbound that weekend, meant this is a great opportunity to see my World Eaters out. Plus, it was a chance to play with some models that I don't really get a chance to play enough with. So in my list, we're going with Arcs of Omen, we're going with Baden the Spoiler. Of course he's Black Legion, but he makes the army work. Secondly, I'm going in with a Demon Prince. Now, my Demon Prince is the biggest, baddest demon of them all. He's been blessed by all the corn goodness. He's got the demon weapon. Troops, of course, I'm going to be going with a hidden gem that I think a lot of Chaos players don't take up on, and that is the Curse Cultist. For basically 13 guys in that squad, I take 12. 9 of the small little cultist sized guys, and then I take 3 abominated, mutated sons of guns that are like super damn cool, super fun. And by the way, cultists are T3, these are T4, and they come back every damn turn, which makes them so cool. I take a squad of cultists, I then take 4 squads of Khorne Berserkers, bare bones, 5-man in each one, and they are going in rhinos. So I've got 2 rhinos. In one rhino, I've got 2 squads of 5. In the other rhino, I've got 2 squads of 5. Then for elites, I'm going in with something really cool. I'm going in with 2 squads of possess. 1 squad of 5, 1 squad of 10. This squad of 10 is going to be taking the Runes of Damnation. What makes it so damn cool? It makes it -1 to wound them, which makes it so damn good, so fun, and it means they make them more survivable. Now, the most powerfulest model I have in the whole damn codex. This is the one unit that you get spammed over and over again over every single table. You just can't get enough of them. Wait for it. You ready? The Maul Fiend! The most powerful, strongest unit that the Chaos Space Marines have. Listen, I told you I went for the Rule of Cool, opposed to the Rule of Whack. The Maul Fiends, for myself, look, I went through the shelf. I saw these 2 Maul Fiends. It's like, look, I really want to play with them. I don't think I'm going. I know I'm not going to be going to try win the event with the World Eaters, especially in the state of play at the moment. I wanted to go and have fun with this codex. It's all I wanted to do. If I can go 2 and 4, so 2 wins, 4 losses, I'll be happy. That is all I'm interested in. That's all I want to do. So we went with the Maul Fiends. End of play. That was it. Game 1. Game 1. Michael Owen, my first opponent. When setting up the unit, by the way, this guy is absolutely super cool. Really beautifully painted Space Wolves army. Turns up, super cool, super chilled. We have a laugh and a joke, straight for the bounce. I knew we was going to have a fun game. As I'm deploying my models, I made that schoolboy error, and I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. The one model I cannot afford to lose. He decided he was going to play babysitter duties. My Baron the Spoiler decided he wasn't going to make an appearance over the weekend. That's 350 points out of my army, just completely vanished. And I said to Mikey, I said, look, dude, I've made a schoolboy error. I've absolutely left a Baron behind. But look, hey, it is what it is. No dramas. I was definitely not going to win the event, but it was about having fun, so I'm happy to go with it. It's like, no, can't leave that. That's a big part of your army. That's like a quarter of your army. And I'm like, yeah, but he's like, no, we're not having that. He goes, you've got any type of model that you can proxy. So I have a look in the box, and I was like, I've got a Spawn, and I've kind of got Khan the Betrayer's base. He goes, yeah, that's cool. Use that as a Baden. So for the weekend, that was my Baden the Spoiler. Which, when you think about it, you know, if he's going to get blessed by the gods, this is what he's going to end up like. So game 1, we're going up against Space Wolves. I couldn't tell you exactly what Michael has in his list. Hopefully Mikey watches this and he'll post up exactly what he's taken in his list, but I have got some really cool pictures. As I say, it's a beautifully stunning painted army. Turn 1, roll off. We're going with long ways for the deployment. Hammer and Anvil. So we're going, setup is Hammer and Anvil, so long ways. I play 2 CP straight from the bounce. And that is to forward deploy 2 of my units, which of course are going to be my possessed. Now with my possessed, I pull them up, so I'm basically just under an inch away from the ruins, which means that close combat wise, you can't get into them unless you get around them, which makes it a little bit more tricky. But I can't afford to hold these guys back. I have to spend that CP. By the way, Mikey gets the roll off. He goes first. So I can't hold back. I've got to push forward, and I just go for it. Because if I don't, he has a lot of shooting there that will just absolutely pick me off as I come forward. So Mikey goes forward. No combat. The shooting, however, he absolutely destroys the Maul Fiend before he even gets off the charging line. No surprise. Really no surprise at all. But what the Maul Fiend does best, it becomes a really good distraction unit. Yeah, it is a very, very expensive distraction unit, and you could spend the points differently, but for me, it's more of a distraction unit. Something's got to die. that was it. So my first Mortal Fiends destroyed. My Berserkers are going absolutely ballistic. The other Mortal Fiends like gearing up, getting excited. You know, drool dripping from their faces, like really going for it, really wanting blood now because their brothers in arm has died. My turn. My Possessed up top have gone charging forward. They get into combat and they go charging straight into the Thunderwolves. My second squad of Possessed are taken up through the middle. They're going straight into his Blade Guard. Round one, I let the 5-man unit go first because out of the 2 units, the unit that I'm pretty convinced that are going to survive is the guys that are going up against the Blade Guard. So my 5 Possessed up top, bam, they go straight in and they hit hard into the Space Wolves. Don't kill them all, but we do a hell a lot of damage into them. I think we leave about 1 floating around, something like that. It's just bonkers. But the Blade Guard, again, my Possessor got straight in there. Mikey manages to survive. 1 Blade Guard dude just standing there out on his own. Oh, and I do charge into his long fangs behind the wall as well. So, as I say, like 18 inches across the battlefield makes a big, big difference. But I don't kill a unit. So the blood, so for my secondaries, by the way, I've completely got charged. It's like the second, third time I've tried recording this because my computer keeps closing down. God damn you, computer. Secondaries, throughout the whole tournament, I'm always going to go for banners. Blood is due, and for the blood god. Mikey then strikes back. His Dreadnought comes charging into combat. He takes out a couple of my Possessed. My Possessed strike back. We do a little bit of damage, but not enough. My Possessed up top, somehow I managed to survive. 1 dude is left there, and it takes out the last of the Thunderwolves. My Demon Prince coming up at the bottom, he is like super excited. He's super happy that he's going to be pleasing the Blood God, and he attacks straight onto the bottom objective. He takes out some interceptors. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He charges into some Space Wolves in Terminator armor, and he absolutely annihilates some 5-man squad of Terminators. He takes them out like no tomorrow. Like, he couldn't have asked for a better time. Now, unfortunately, Mikey did fail all his saving throws on the Terminators. Obviously, that could have been a totally different game. So at the end of that, I think we get to like turn 4. The Khorne was so happy and so pleased that so much blood was shed across the battlefield. He did not care from where the blood came from, whether it from Khorne or whether it from the Space Wolves, but he was sated with the amount of blood that was shed. It was good times. So end score for this, I come in at 81 points to Mikey's 41 points. As I said, listen, Mikey was an absolute legend. We had so much fun, so much jokes. If you ever get a chance to meet this guy, you're going to have a good game. It was fun. Really, really cool. Second game was against Oliver Wheeler. Listen, this guy was absolutely super cool, super chilled, super laid back. This was another Space Marine army, as well as myself going in with the World Eaters. He was going to be taking the bearers of the word. Let's face it, this, when I was looking back through the list, I was thinking, damn, this is actually going to be a really strong list to go against. Now, again, when I spoke to Oliver, I said, look, made a schoolboy error. I've left the Baden at home. This is the unit I've used for my last game as a proxy. He's like, yeah, no worries, man. That's absolutely cool. So again, another super cool game. Like, straight from the bounce, I knew this guy was going to be cool, fun. And that's basically how it went. It was just like, yeah, no worries, no dramas. This is it. I'm going to use this. Now, turn 1, I go first. Still using the same secondaries. How can I put this? I made a stupid error. I misplayed a Baden so badly on this game. And afterwards, when we spoke about it, it was like, I don't know why I'd done this. So turn 1, I pretty much pulled my Possessed down the bottom. My other Possessor going up top. So doing my pre-game moves, which is helping me out, which is, getting me where I need to be. But my Cursed Cultists decide they're going to go for the middle. Abaddon the Destroyer is going also in the middle. My Abaddon the Destroyer then decides he was going to take on some cultists off the centre objective. Which might even not have been that. Yeah, no, it was cultists off the centre objective, or some marines. Something silly. So I traded a 300. So as soon as I've done that, next turn, his Demon Prince comes in, absolutely one-shots Abaddon off the ground. Like, Psychic, dead. So Psychic, shoot in combat, kills Abaddon the Destroyer, just puts him out of his misery. So I traded 350 points for 110 points. It was the most biggest schoolboy error that I've made in a while. And I'm like, what did I do that for? I do not know why I'd done it for. And of course, obviously, he played a really cool strat on this. In his list, he takes the Lord Discordant, he takes Demon Prince, he takes some Cultists, he takes some Marines. Hopefully, Oliver, you're watching this and you can put in the description down below what you took exactly in the list. So unfortunately, I forgot to take a screenshot of all the lists, which I'm gutted about. He takes some Rubik Marines with Flamers. Now, on the Rubik Marines, he takes Death Hex. The Death Hex was absolutely a really good shout. Basically shutting down invulnerable saves. So that meant Abaddon the Destroyer no longer had that 4-up invuln, shutting completely down, which then meant everything else coming in just absolutely went in there and hit him damn hard. Abaddon the Destroyer, turn 1, dead. I'm like, oop. Uh-oh. I might be in a little bit of trouble here. Basically, Oliver just pretty much outplayed me. We had a super cool, fun game. It wasn't a horrible game. I just got outplayed. Like, every way going forward, I just couldn't hit hard enough. With the units I did have, the Demon Prince, again, I've got outplayed with the... my Demon Prince got his invulnerable save taken out. He got absolutely pwned. Like, the Bearers of the Word absolutely shut down my World Eaters. They come with their book and like, hey, this is the word. You're following the wrong god, or the wrong god's following you. And shut me right down and pretty much absolutely annihilated my army. Now, so at the end of that battle round, so at the end of that game, I come away with 55 points, but Oliver just takes away 87. As I said, really cool game. Learned a lot from that game, and definitely the World Bearers were definitely the stronger and better army on the battlefield. Now I'm going like, well, that's cool, man. That's fine. Blood was shed upon this battlefield, and I said Khorne did not care for who shed the blood. Blood was still shed upon the battlefield. And like magic, next round, Khorne resummons my guys back from the dead, ready for round 3. To game 3, I come up against an army that I really didn't want to come up against because I'm absolutely scared and I know what they can do. It's whether I've got the cojones to do it. This is the mission where you can't forward deploy, and we're playing a Dawn of War, which makes it so there's plenty of room that the other player can set up. And I'm playing Matthew Higginson, and he's got his Imperial Guard. Imperial Guard are damn strong at the moment, and this guy has got all the guns. Like, he's got the mortars, he's got a tank with the relic cannon on it, he's got the big mortars at the back, he's got loads and loads of like guards, troops, he's got a couple of the scout walkers. Like, this is super scary. Not being able to forward deploy is massive. Matthew gets turn 1, so he rolls off, he wins the roll off. Damn. This is not where I want to be. I need to pull forward. Now, turn 1, Matthew does pull forward. He pulls forward quite heavily. His scouts, sentinels pull forward. They move up to halfway up the line. He pretty much destroys a rhino and pretty much a squad of marines inside. I'm like, Jesus. And another rhino's popped. I'm like, damn. This is, no, he doesn't pop the other rhino. He doesn't pop the other rhino. That's not right. That's not true. He pops one rhino, kills some guys. I'm like, shh, this is trouble. This is really bad news because now I've got to turn. I've got to run up the battlefield as quick as I can to get into combat. If I don't get into combat with this guy, is going to absolutely tear me a new one. The card is so strong, they're so good. I'm panicking, I'm pooping it. I'm like, Jesus, how can I do it? By the way, Matthew's super cool. He's super kind, cool. You know, we're already having laughs and jokes and banter straight away from the bounce. He's displayed his army. He's gone for everything. The guy's lovely, absolutely lovely. So my turn. I'm running up. I managed to take the long bomb with a squad of 2 Khorne berserkers. Manages to get to the other side of the board where he's pulled his guys forward out the train, and I managed to get into combat. Battling the destroyer, spoiler, he's in the middle. He's also getting into combat. The possessed, they've also got into combat as well. So we're surrounding the vehicle. He does emergency disembark. He jumps out. My Mauler Fiends are put into reserve because there's no point putting them on the battlefield because they would just got destroyed turn 1. Turn 2, yeah. How can I put this in the most politest way? The Demon Prince got up into combat. He didn't kill as much as he needed to kill. Abandoned the Destroyer. Oh man, he basically had the ability to shut down my invulnerable saves, nor my wound count, and this was the scary part. So he shut down my invulnerable saves, he shut down my aura, so I couldn't ignore the wound cap, I couldn't ignore the first wound. Baron the Spoiler got absolutely gunned down. Nothing could do. So many shots are coming in. It's like, ah! 5-man possessed were just no more at all. His bannered lass just come out and she just absolutely shut him down. Now, I got my Demon Prince on the other side of the board. His battle cannon, his Lehman Rust lined up with a battle cannon. The battlefield goes absolutely dead silence, like not a sound could be heard, and all you hear is a bam! Demon Prince was no more. One-shotted the Demon Prince in one turn, shutting down my invulnerable saves. Was like, oh, damn it. Okay, a couple of possessed left, not much. Turn 3, it is over. He's absolutely destroyed me. Matthew comes away with 90 points to my measly 29 points. Pretty much. Day 2, unfortunately, Ace couldn't continue with the fight. He's not been feeling great of late. If you follow the channel, you know exactly what's happened and what's going on with Ace at the moment. But unfortunately, he couldn't stay up for Day 2. So Ace has gone home very early, which leaves me and the Preacher fighting it for the channel at the tournament. So going into my 4th game of the day is Blood Angels. I'm going up against Jordan. Jordan's Blood Angels, again, beautifully painted. This was such a cool game, really, really cool game. So again, he's got the Zangri Priest, he's got Ashraf, he's got a Librarian, he's got all the jump guys. I can't think of their name at the top of my head, but hopefully he's watched this and he's going to put his army list in there as well, because that'll be really super cool. Basically goes down like this. Turn 1, I charge forward. I've gone so far, but not enough where I've gone up against the walls, so meaning if he does manage to get a charge off, he's got to go around. Going into my turn, I've got to try pin the Blood Angels back as far as I can into the corner. It's really, really important. I managed to get up there. In his turn, he does the null zone. He shuts down all the invulnerable saves. Battling the Spoiler is in a lot of trouble right now. We've got the Zangrinary Priest looking down the barrel of his gun. The Librarian shut him down with the almighty psychic ability that he has. He basically shuts Abaddon's invulnerable save off. And I'm like, with the best will in the world, Khorne has got the ability for 1 CP to shut down any psychic spell. I roll that dice, it bounces across the table, and I get a free. Khorne's will was not strong enough. The might of that Librarian's psychic ability was so damn strong, he shut down everything. Slaps in a cheeky 3 mortal wounds. Then a multi-metal comes in from nowhere, smacks into the side of Abaddon, putting him down to 3 final wounds. Now, like a cheeky little so-and-so, the Sanguinary Priest comes flying in there with the almighty blow of his chainsaw, whoosh, straight into Abaddon's armour. Blood is just like spewing everywhere. And as he bathes in the blood of a Bannerton, paying homage to Sanguinius himself, he's happy. Like, he's repaid Sanguinius for the Black Legion's misfortunes in the past. Well, the Sons of Horus, should we say. It wasn't Black Legion then. Now this guy's got absolute bloodlust because he's now going after everything. Going into turn 3, again, null zone, can't shut it down. He's going after the Demon Prince. The Demon Prince has suffered a worse of fate than that. He's also taken a couple of mortal wounds to the side of the head. And then the Sanguinius Priest comes in there like the champion that he is, takes the final wounds off the Demon Prince, lobbing off his head, being an absolute true champion on the battlefield. Now he's literally hopping along with 1 wound left. This whole game, the top part of the board is being absolutely overrun by Blood Angels with their jump packs, absolutely causing me so much havoc and trouble. I can't do nothing, making sure I'm sitting on those ejectives, so if blood is being shed, I'm getting points for it. That's all that matters at this point. I'm getting points for that. Now, if I could take one thing away from this battle, it is the Sanguinius Priest is on 1 wound. My cultists are like, yeah, we've got this, Khorne, we've got this. They go charging into battle, axes up, managed to get 1 wound in. He saves it like a true champ. He basically grabs onto that cultist by the head. He basically just slams him straight into the ground. That is it. Done. Done and dusted. Good game. Really good game. 97 to 68 to myself. So far, we've got 1 game under our belt. We've lost 3 so far. Going into game 5, I thought I dodged all the guard players because I thought they'd be higher up. So the next player I jump into... The next player I come up against is Paul with his Imperial Guard. I'm like, oh no! I thought I'd go away from all the guard. But he has got the new vehicle, which is the Rogel Dawn, if I remember rightly, the one with no bottom. Anyway, we're all set up now. This is where we're playing quarters. I go first. I spend some CP. I've got my Possessed again, running far enough forward as I possibly can. The Rogel Dawn, he's screened it out very, very well. My Possessed go charging in there. He goes charging straight after the little guardsmen in front. They absolutely annihilate him. My other 5-man Possessed squad come flying up and they take out the Rough Riders before they can interact. Now the Rough Riders, I haven't come across them yet. I haven't seen anyone play them. For what I've seen of them, they're very good if they attack, but they're not so good if they've been attacked. So I had to take them out quick, and my 5-man squad of Possessed absolutely annihilated them. With that, with my 5-man unit of Possessed left, because basically after going into turn 2 for the guard, my Possessed have consolidated into the Rogel Dawn. The Rogel Dawn shooting into combat. Jesus Christ, absolutely shot 5 of them straight off the battlefield. And he blows up a rhino as well, just like literally just like shooting out of combat, like blah, 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 blah. All the guns going, absolutely destroys them. My 5 Possessed that have then gone from the Rough Riders, gone into another tank. I know I can't kill it in 1 round of combat. I know that already, but I have to tie it up and then have to make him either choose to pull out or stay in and then shoot me into combat, which he does. I lose 1 Possessed. That's fine. That's no problem at all. At this point, my Bloodthirst, my Demon Prince even still is up. It jumps into combat with the Rogel Dawn, and it also jumps into combat with the other Leman Russ. And the Demon Prince absolutely destroys the Rogel Dawn. Just absolutely, he's got enough attacks there. Just takes it out of the game completely. Doesn't blow up, but it means then my Demon Prince is in a better situation than it was before. Going into the next turn, he's tapped up the other Leman Russ. The Leman Russ shoots, doesn't kill the Demon Prince, but it does mean that with a battling spoiler, he's managed to get up into another Leman Russ at this point. My Berserkers from the bottom have come up from the bottom. We're basically pinning in the guard into their corner, meaning that I'm capping my objectives, making sure I've got squads on the objectives, so if anything dies, I'm scoring points on that, and I'm scoring banners every turn, pin them into the corner. It's game. Like, you know, it's a really fun game. Paul's, you know, me and Paul have had a really good game. We've enjoyed it. It's been cool. But anyway, I come away with 73 to 37 to Paul. Game 6, I'm back into more Space Wolves. Like, the whole tournament, there's not many Space Wolves player there, and there's not many Guard player there, and I managed to happen to bump into all of them. But anyway, so Jamie has got Space Wolves. Again, what is it with these Space Wolves players, with these beautifully painted armies? Like, it was just crazy. Again, Jamie's got a beautifully painted Space Wolves army. Plays it slightly different to how my first game was played. So Jamie's Space Wolves army is slightly different to what Michael's brought in his army. But again, we've got the Terminators. What else have we got in there? We've got Longfangs, or we've got a drop pod in there, which has got the Grav in there. We've got the Wolfen. So there's no Thunderwolf cavalry, but there is lots of Wolfen in there. So 3 squads of Wolfen, squads of 5. We've got massive great squad of 10 Terminators. We've also got a couple of Infiltrators in there as well, I want to say, and a couple of jump pack guys with lightning claws. So turn 1, I go first. Now turn 1, Paul goes first. Turn 1. I don't spend any CP, so I don't forward deploy. I'm holding back my CP in this because I don't know where this drop pod's coming down, because it's got all the grav in it. So in Paul's first turn, he shoots the melters, he pops a rhino. In his turn then, when the rhino blows up, I lose a couple of world eaters. Squad of 5 survive, and I think I'm on about 3 world eaters left. I pull them forward, so all of them I move forward as fast as I can, because there's no point pulling back. I've got to move forward because this army can shoot me, or he's going to get in combat with me, and I've got to get in there before he gets into me. So with that, turn 1, shooting was devastating. He decides with the Grav, he doesn't go after my world eaters. He absolutely destroys. No, he does. He destroys a 5-man squad of world eaters. Going into my next turn, I make a massive great charge, which was a 10-inch charge from my world eaters. I get into the back lines of his Grav guys. The Demon Prince is then lurking up behind. The Possessed are then moved up to the building. Now, I've positioned my Possessed so they're 1 inch away from the walls, so meaning that you can't charge through with the Wolfen, which is very important. The Wolfen are taking 1 objective. Down the bottom, I've got my Rhino coming up. We've basically taken the objectives behind. We've put banners down, trying to entice his Wolfen out. The Battens come running up. Going into that turn, I decide not to go too aggressive, just leaving my little dudes trying to take on his Grav, do some damage, but not enough. But that's fine. Look, we took out some, but not enough. His turn, the Wolfen destroy them. The Wolfen then come down. They can't come through the building, but they've got to come around. The Abaddon the Spoiler is then up as well. The other squad of Wolfen failed their charge. And then it meant that Chaos went into combat, so they destroyed the 5-man squad of the Possessed. My big man squad of Possessed then attacked, and then they destroyed the Wolfen. The Wolfen then fought back, took a couple of my guys out. -1 to wound is massive. Going into my turn, Abaddon the Spoiler then charges into his Wolfen. Pretty much by the end of that game, there's not a lot left on the battlefield. It does give me a nice score of 95 points to Jamie's 44 points. What won me the game on that was the blood for the Blood God and drawing blood on the objectives. That's really important. And of course, holding back the points for the banners really did help. And of course, having more objectives than Jamie all the time, forcing him back into the corners, meant I was capping on those primaries. Made a big difference. So anyway, look, that's my after report. Hopefully you enjoyed this small bit of content. Hopefully this is the type of thing you're looking for. But I've been your host, Darren. Hopefully you've enjoyed this, and hopefully you've already hit that like and subscribe. Drop some comments down below, and if any of the guys have played over that weekend have watched this, it'd be really cool if you could drop some comments down below, and it'd be really cool if you could put your army list down there as well. Anyway, I've been your host, Darren, and hopefully I'm going to catch you on a live battle report, another little short video, and hopefully I'll see you soon.